Credit Unsplash Vlad, a startup in the UK, is recovering important manufacturing metals without energy-hungry smelting methods. Using an intense solvent at room temperature, shredded circuit boards can have plastic-retaining components left behind, while metals like gold, cobalt, and copper are selectively dissolved and made available for recovery with simple magnets. It's one part recycling research, one part national security, as governments around the world attempt to secure long-term supplies of these metals for tech and defense sectors. Look across the hard news sections from around the world, from the financial pages to politics, conflict, and international development, and these days you'll inevitably find two alternating terms that stand out for their relative novelty and repetition: critical or rare earth minerals. These terms refer to what many Americans and Brits have taken for granted over the years: copper, lithium, nickel, which have now become key components in geopolitical strategies worldwide. Yet one of the richest sources of these minerals in the West could be the circuit boards embedded in the millions of broken and discarded devices that pile up higher and higher every year. What you see with this pile of electricals is actually central to geopolitics at the moment. Executive Director of non-profit Material Focus in the UK, Scott Butler, told Reuters in front of a giant mound of discarded electronics, which his organisation helps collect and mine. All the shenanigans of 2025 with calls on taking over Greenland, disputes over land in Ukraine, big mines coming in Latin America, and geopolitical relations with China. This is all about the materials that's inside this urban mine of tech. It's lithium, it's cobalt, it's nickel, it's gold, it's aluminum and steel. And this is why it's really, really important. This isn't just a pile of old tech, a pile of mess. This is the future. DE Cycle uses deep eutectic solvents to extract metals from the UK's electronic waste that would normally have been sent to Japan. Once there, the plastic components would be incinerated and the metals recovered in a molten soup. Not only is there a large emissions impact from shipping it to Japan in the first place, but running the furnace as well. Also check out chemical process produces critical battery metals from this unloved mineral with no waste, but this is in a case where the e-waste was recycled, which is hardly the norm. In 2024 alone, the UN estimated that some 3/4 of all electronic waste wasn't accounted for in recycling streams, leaving an estimated 62 billion worth of natural resources buried or sitting idly in landfills. According to Reuters, DE Cycle is set to incorporate a solvent-based method into the waste processing stream of a leading UK recycler, promising progress where little has been made. Aware of the e-waste problem in its country, however, the Royal Mint has also been investing and sponsoring ways of extracting gold from discarded circuit boards in the UK, and in 2024 they opened a large processing plant for recovering this gold that boasts the capacity to break down 4,000 metric tons of circuit boards every year, amounting to hundreds of kilograms of the yellow metal. Clever recycling methods: discarded plastic fishing nets are turned into filament for 3D printers. But the really cool thing about the process is that the British government isn't pocketing the gold, but rather minting standardized gold coins to back the shares of an electronically traded physical gold fund that allows investors to diversify into gold without any environmentally damaging mining activities taking place. Quintet Private Bank manages the ETF on the London Stock Exchange under the ticker RML. Watch the report from Reuters below.